They loved each other for nearly a decade. But every time they tried again, the damage got worse. And eventually, love wasn't the problem anymore. This story isn't about who hurt who. It's about why love couldn't survive while both were still becoming themselves.
My previous relationship, I think I still was dealing with a lot of unforgiveness and all that sort of stuff. So, I felt like she respected me at the time, and I had a lot of respect for her. And so I just didn't want to say something and then she'd see me off doing some other thing.
What is your relationship like now with Justin?
I support him. I think I always will. I'm upset when he's upset. I'm happy when he's happy.
Do you think you're close?
Mm-hmm. I don't want anything ever to happen to him bad. It hurts me. Mm-hmm. But
before they were a couple, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were already living lives most adults never experience. Selena had grown up inside the Disney system, protected, structured, and constantly visible. Her image, schedule, and even emotions were tightly managed from childhood. She learned early how to behave in public, how to smile through pressure, and how to carry expectations that weren't hers to choose. Justin's path was the opposite, but just as intense. He arrived as a global phenomenon almost overnight, propelled by the internet and then swallowed by the machinery of fame. He wasn't eased into visibility. He was dropped into it at full speed. One year, he was a regular kid posting videos online. The next, he was everywhere. Screaming crowds, relentless travel, and adult pressures landed before he had the tools to process any of it. They met as teenagers, both with limited autonomy, both surrounded by handlers, managers, and expectations. Justin had openly admitted Selena was his celebrity crush, and their introduction, facilitated by Scooter Braun, was framed like a storybook moment.
How are you and Selena able to see each other?
Sometimes it's, we gotta take the back exits and do different things, but I never make her separate from me because I don't want her to ever feel like I'm ashamed of her.
Two young stars, perfectly matched by pop culture logic, stepping into a narrative fans were eager to believe. Culturally, their meeting mattered. This wasn't just two teens dating. It was the collision of two massive fan bases, two carefully constructed images, and two unfinished emotional lives. And from the very beginning, the pace was already too fast. They met before either of them had the freedom or the emotional language to know what a healthy relationship actually required.
Nice to meet you. I'm Justin. You're very beautiful. Maybe we can go out sometime. Okay.
Between 2009 and 2011, their relationship unfolded like a modern pop fairy tale. Justin serenading Selena on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve wasn't just romantic, it was symbolic. It told the world this was something special, something public, something meant to be watched. Early dates at IHOP, quiet vacations, and red carpet appearances gave fans a sense of intimacy, as if they were witnessing something genuine and pure. And in many ways, it was real. The connection wasn't manufactured. They were emotionally close at an age when feelings run deep and fast, when love feels absolute because there's no context yet to challenge it. They believed in the relationship because it looked honest, vulnerable, and unguarded.
And what's the most romantic thing you've ever done, do you think, with her?
We had dinner in the middle of the Staples Center, and then after, we watched Titanic on the big screen in the Staples Center.
Was she impressed?
She was very impressed.
Was she impressed as the rest of the world?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But intensity filled the space where stability should have been. There was closeness without grounding, affection without emotional language to support it. Every moment was magnified, every gesture interpreted, every interaction documented. Romance and pressure became indistinguishable. The relationship didn't have room to breathe. There was no slow build, no private learning curve, no quiet time to figure things out away from expectations. Here's the part people forget. They were still kids. When intensity replaces stability, the relationship burns bright, but never long. From 2012 onward, their relationship entered a pattern that would define it. Breaking up, reconnecting, and trying again without ever truly resetting. Each separation was followed by speculation, headlines, and hope that the next reunion would somehow be different. But nothing around them changed. Touring schedules kept them apart for long stretches. Media intrusion followed them everywhere. Every argument, every absence, every reconciliation played out under a microscope. Distance didn't bring clarity, it created longing without resolution. When they came back together, they didn't return as healed versions of themselves. Each reunion didn't reset the relationship. It raised the emotional stakes. They returned carrying the same unresolved issues, now heavier from public judgment and personal exhaustion. For Selena and Justin, the relationship didn't exist in private moments. It lived in headlines. Every appearance, absence, or change in tone became a story, interpreted in real time by millions. Fan culture turned intimacy into performance. A date wasn't just a date, it was proof. A breakup wasn't just a pause, it was a narrative arc. Instead of processing conflict quietly, they processed it publicly, through speculation, reaction videos, and relentless commentary. Family concerns added another layer. Selena's mother, especially during periods of health crisis, worried about the emotional toll the relationship was taking. Those worries weren't just personal, they were amplified by the same public lens, making boundaries harder to hold and harder to explain. Under that scrutiny, normal growth became impossible. There was no space to make mistakes without consequences, no room to mature without judgment. Private processing, where most people learn who they are and what they need, was replaced by public judgment. Love didn't have to be imperfect, it had to be convincing. And slowly, that pressure suffocated the quiet work a relationship needs to survive. This is where love starts losing oxygen. Privacy wasn't just missing, it was impossible. Selena faced significant health challenges and stepped away multiple times to focus on treatment and recovery. Those periods required steadiness. Patience and emotional safety were difficult to sustain inside a volatile, highly visible relationship. Justin opened up about substance use, emotional ups and downs, and being overwhelmed by fame when he was still a kid. He talked of carelessness and chaos not as single events, but as a cycle he had not mastered how to stop yet. When both partners are going through their individual struggles, the support can slowly become a burden. In a candid interview with NPR, Selena acknowledged experiencing emotional abuse, careful to frame it without accusation. Justin later admitted he wasn't emotionally equipped to be a healthy partner during those years. This was the moment the relationship stopped being unstable and became unsustainable. Neither had the capacity to anchor the other. Not because of lack of love, but because both were trying to survive their own internal storms. Emotional imbalance wasn't situational, it was structural. It wasn't about one bad year or one bad decision. It was about two people growing under pressure, without the tools or timing to grow together. The final split in 2018 closed the cycle for good. A while later, Justin Bieber went through a quick life change by getting married to Hailey Bieber and looking for steadiness through devotion and daily practices. It was a powerful decision, mostly not about wiping out the past, but rather creating a framework in a place that previously had disorder. Selena Gomez chose a different path. She withdrew, focused on therapy, health, and redefining herself outside any relationship. Her music became a place for processing rather than confrontation. The release of Lose You to Love Me wasn't a callback. It was a closure, a statement of self-definition after years of emotional turbulence. The most telling thing wasn't what they said, it was what they never corrected. Neither explained everything publicly. Neither owed anyone that. Silence became self-preservation, not avoidance. After everything, the loudest thing they both chose was quiet. The story lingers not because it's unresolved, but because it's relatable. Selena appears creatively settled and emotionally grounded. Justin lives more quietly, focused on family and a life less exposed. Neither revisits the relationship publicly. There are no clarifications, no rebuttals, no nostalgia tours. Fans still project meaning onto songs or posts, but reality stays silent. And that silence says enough. It suggests peace. It suggests understanding. It suggests that some chapters don't need footnotes to matter. Distance, in this case, is the answer. Have you ever outgrown something that once felt like everything? Some relationships aren't meant to last. They're meant to shape us. Selena and Justin didn't fail. They grew up in public, learned hard truths early, and walked away wiser. If this story stayed with you, feel free to share your take below.